Presenting Father Maguire, the fat chap in a flat cap. Viewer discretion is advised. Some of what you are about to see may shock you. It may astound you. You may want to see more. Fasten your seatbelts. This could get bumpy. Filmed in Technicolor.
Morning folks, it is I, Father Maguire, otherwise known as Phil. Today is the day. I'm heading to Grantham. It's about 25 past 10 on Thursday, July the 7th. I have my theory, hazard perception and case studies tests today at 11 o'clock. Not all of them obviously at the same time, because that would just be silly. But yeah, so I'm heading there now. I've been cramming ever since I got my licence back a week last Friday, because obviously he got me booked in for the tests pretty quick after getting my licence back, which is good. So yeah, I've done, I think according to the DTS Anytime website, I've done 60 mock exams, 60, and I've done a lot of reading, a lot of writing. I've written my own notes as well. The questions that I wasn't getting right in the theory test and the case studies test, I've written them down, questions and answers, and then I typed it all up, and then I've started studying that as well. So, you know, it's just to make sure I get a couple of more marks. I'm not overly concerned about the theory test and the case studies test at this point, unless I come upon something that I haven't seen yet on that DTS Anytime website, which fingers crossed I won't. But anyway, I've got a fair good amount of knowledge, I believe. The hazard perception is a bit hit and miss for me. A lot of the time I will pass it, but then there'll be the odd time that I don't. And it's silly things really. When they're saying about developing hazards, I'm not like looking into the distance for it, and I really should be. So I'm going to be more clicking than not today, because the times when I have clicked more than I needed to, I've got a better score. And I think it's 65% on theory, I could be wrong. Hazard perception, sorry. It's an 85% on theory. I'm pretty sure it's 60 or 65 on hazard perception, and 80% on case studies. So we'll just see how it goes. So poor old George is locked up in the kitchen for the foreseeable future. I'm going to, my friend Millie came and visited me last Sunday, when I dropped her off, we went around and had a look where the building is and where I can park. So I haven't got any mucking about to do today, and I'm setting off early. It's only going to take me 15 minutes to get to Grantham. Hopefully there's not much traffic, and I know where I'm going. I've got my money ready to pay for the car park, because even if I don't take the allotted time on the exams, it's still going to be 4 hours or something, because I think they give you an hour and a half for theory, because it's 100 questions, and the hazard perception probably takes a minute and a half each clip, and there's normally I think 19 clips, so that's going to be 3/4 of an hour at least, plus, you know, the interchanging of stuff, and then case studies again is going to be an hour and something, because that's 50 questions. So I thought, right, well, I'll get there early so I'm nice and relaxed. I've got my book with me so I can do a little bit more cramming in the waiting area. I'm going to check my mask with me in case they're still following guidelines about wearing masks masks in close proximity. I really hope I haven't got to wear it though, because when I put my glasses on, if I'm wearing a mask, it steams the glasses up and I can't see a bloody thing. And I brought both my pairs of glasses today as well. I brought my readers and my driving glasses, which I'm not wearing at the minute because I know where I'm going, so I don't really need them. But it's only for reading road signs. But I'm going to take both pairs with me just in case and try and see which pair will be better for reading the monitors, because of course I've been doing the tests on a 46-inch TV because that's always been pretty much my main monitor for a long time, and I can't imagine for a second that the monitors that the test centre have are going to be very big at all, probably 20 inch, 23 inch or something, so I might need whichever pair of glasses to, you know, do better than the other, I suppose. So I'm going to take both with me anyway. But yeah, I'll be glad to get it done and find out what the results are, and fingers crossed, you know, hopefully get to the next stage, which will be me ringing my tutor on the HGV pathway and saying, you know, I've done it, you know, next stage please, book me in for my practical. But we'll see, we'll have to wait and see. I'm a bit of a pessimist, so I always go with the intention that, you know, there's a possibility I'm not going to do it, which is true, because you don't know. You know, so I'll flag questions I'm a bit unsure of, because then at the end, when I look and go back through them, I'll know if there's more than 15 on the theory that I could be in trouble, and if there's more than 10 on the case studies, I could be in trouble. As a perception, like I said, I'm going to get that as good a go as I can. It's, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's difficult to get 5 points unless you're pretty much on it every single time. Well, anyway, I'm waffling on now. So I'll talk to you when we get to Grantham and I get parked up. Right, we're here. First time I've used one of these selling sticks, so I'm going to look a bit of a tit. Better go and get a ticket. There we go. What are we looking at? Three to 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. Well, I better do 4 to 5 hours, haven't I? Oh yeah. What's going on here? Don't want my money. It doesn't like that pound coin for some reason. Oh, it has, it's registered now. A ticket. Okay. Christ. 20 to 4. I hope I'm away before then. Right, nip back to the car. ticket on the dashboard, get my paperwork. Locked. Job done. Right. A little bit of a walk, about 2-minute walk down to the test centre. I'm feeling alright, a little bit apprehensive. Since I've changed my diet because of the diabetes, I've had a bit of an upset stomach for about a week. So, I've been a bit careful. Show you where I'm going. I don't know whether this place needs masks on, but I brought mine with me just in case. Road closed here Monday 11th of July, 9 AM to 12 noon. But what's going on? Council bloke there collecting the public bin bags. And there we are. So, this is where I'm going to sign off, folks. I'll come back to you when I've done my exams. Well, that's it, folks. I'm back in the car after having my exams. I'm not sure what the time is. They seem very busy in there as well. Steady flow of people. I was a little bit concerned, I'll be honest, because there was a few questions in the theory test that hadn't been covered by my training information, the ones that I've been studying for all this time, and it did concern me, so I had to flag those questions up because obviously you know, I didn't know whether I got them right or wrong. And the thing is, at the end of it, they just give you a score. They don't sort of like, they'll highlight what area you got your questions wrong, but they won't tell you what they are, which is, you know, I mean, it is what it is. You can't do a lot about it, and it's just the way it goes. But I passed all three. Yeah, theory, I got 93. Hazard perception, I don't think they give you a score. And I got 92% in the case studies. So you're allowed 85 in the theory. You're allowed 67 in hazard perception. And you're allowed 80% in the case studies. So that's done. Brilliant. Passed all 3. I've rung the tutor that does the booking in to let him know. I don't know what information he needs, whether he needs the certificate numbers off the paperwork they gave me or what, but I've told him I'm driving for half an hour. Not half an hour, obviously, that's probably what it'll take me to get home from here anyway. But yeah, you know, all those mock exams and that went well. I knew a lot of the questions and I did it very quickly. It can't be much past 1 o'clock, if that. The slowest part of it all was the hazard perception, where you've got no way of, you know, because each clip's a minute and a half, something like that each. But the one thing that I think I mentioned already is it was CGI, and that was brilliant, because the learning software that I've been using said it was doing, you could do it in single definition or high definition, and the quality was poor, to say the least. But the CGI is very clear, and you could see a good distance, you know, to see the hazards developing, and I scored well on that. I know I did, because I could easily see them, whereas on the learning stuff it was a bit more difficult, and every now and then I'd fail one, and I'd pass 2 or 3 and then fail another one, and that's the thing that got me going today, because the hazard perception is the one that you know, as many times as you do it, you can't really, you know, you've just got to know when to click and to keep, like, if I'm doing hazard perception now, there's a bicyclist coming up here, and it could be a possible hazard, because I might need to change, you know, my speed, hit a brake if he comes out because of a pothole or whatever. But yeah, so I'm happy with that. So next, the practical. Finally, after all this time, I started doing the silly classes in October. I got my medical done January the 29th, waited just over 5 months for my licence to come back after they'd finished mucking about a couple of times, because they wanted more medical information off me. And yeah, so that's it. I've done the theory, no more studying for that now. I've just got to make sure I do, you know, because I don't want to start doing the bookkeeping again until I've finished doing the HGV. I want to get the practical out of the way, because I know that there's the walk around checks, and you've got to have a knowledge for that as well. So I want to do that first, really. Although I'll see what happens, because if it's 6 weeks away before I get booked in for that, then I might just switch back to the bookkeeping and get that first exam done, which he knows I'm ready for anyway. I mean, I'll obviously do a lot of cramming for that. But yeah, so good news, you know. Good day, good scores. I'm happy with that. The guy at the desk didn't say anything to me. He just printed it off and let me read it for myself. But yeah, brilliant stuff. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll try and get this up today on Wednesday the 7th. Thursday the 7th, not Wednesday, you're full. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me on the channel. I do appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. It helps with the YouTube algorithms, and if you don't already subscribe to the channel, you know, it doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get, if you hit the bell, you'll get notified when my next video's up. But for now, folks, thank you very much for being here. Father Maguire, otherwise known as Phil, signing off. Take care for now.